Okay, so we have created settlement profile. We created the allocation structure. So now let's go ahead to the internal order and create the settlement rule. So that settlement rule will be tied to settlement profile within those parameters. So let's go to controlling internal orders, um, and let's go to change that order. So the order. So we had completed all this when we had created the order. Now we can add the settlement rule. So category, and we had defined what the category. So we'll settle to cost centers and settlement receiver. Settlement receiver, we set cost center, and let's say it gets 25%. And you can have amount based also, or you can have equivalence number or percent with big percentage. So the second line will be cost center. So we have the second cost center. It's just 100%. We need to make it 75 so that they add up to. All right. So that's our settlement rule. So let's save that. So now that's all set. Now let's go and run the settlement. So we go here. So that is under controlling internal orders. And instead of master data, it is under period and closing, then single functions, then settlement, and then individual processing. It is KO88, the T code. So you go here. Now, if you look at the settlement rule, it should show the settlement rule here so that you know in advance how it's going to settle. So now let's look at the test run. It's test run selected. So define a number range for settlement document. So let's go what type of number range it is expecting. No number range have been maintain number range for. So maintain number ranges for settlement documents. So go here. So maintain number ranges. So let's see what's available. So we have number range 01 available. So that is pretty wide. It's only up to 600. It has like a million of those. So let's go back. Let's go to change groups. Let's look for hours. So select this, and then we assign to group, and we're looking for one. So this group without text. So, okay. So now it's assigned. So I think towards the end there will be. So this is 01. So this is group with, it says group without a, but it is here. And if you look down here, and it's 01 is assigned. So we save this. Changes have been saved. So all that is done. Go back. Let's try to run the test settlement run again. Just processing completed with now. Okay, so this is how the cost has been spread. So 3,000 to, so 25% to prod 1 CC, 75% this, and it's still, it doesn't show here, but it will have the same primary cost element. So receiver. Okay, so it is still, it is showing this, the one ending with 30. So periodic settlement. So let's go and run the actual settlement and then look at the reports. So we'll uncheck this and then run the settlement. Okay, let's go back, uncheck the test. Okay, so he says KOAO has not been assigned to a number range. So let's go back. Let's go back, and the transaction code is, okay. Let's go back, and we're looking for We're looking for actual settlement. It's this one, and then we go to, and then we'll assign to our. Okay, so that's assigned. So let's save that. So that has been saved. So let's go back and run the, uncheck the test. Okay, it's completed. Settlement has been executed. So let's go in if we want to look at more details, and it will go back and look. So if you look at the receiver, it has same primary cost element, and this is the distribution, 25%, 75%. So let's go and look at the internal report, internal order report. So we go to information system, reports for internal orders, plan actual comparison. Go here. We only have one order, so it's slightly easier. Okay, so if you look at that, 12,000 was debited, meaning posted to primary cost element, and then it was distributed from that internal order, it was credited, and it was distributed to those two cost centers in the range of, with the ratio of 3,000 to 9,000. So we can look at cost center report to see the same, that they received it within the same primary cost element. So let's exit this, and we'll go to the cost center plan actual report. So cost center accounting, information system, report for cost center plan actual, and so we're looking for prod 1cc. So if you look at prod 1cc, it has debit of 3,000. So this is the allocation from the distribution due to the internal order. So that's posted here. Now let's look at the GL document for this. Let's go back. So financial accounting, and then general ledger, account, display balances, and account number was, so it is this one. And let's execute. Okay, so 24,000 was debit, 12,000 was credit. So the original one, so if you look at this, and if we have that cost center view, probably should add. Oh, sorry. Need to get the cost center view. Yes, if you look at this cost center view, so this first last two are this 12,000. They were original debits, and then they were reposted back to CO when the distribution happened. So now the category is cost center. Earlier it was internal order. So let's see if we can bring in the internal order here. Order. So let's add, and let's go make order position 7. Copy. Yeah, so when the first posting was made, it was with this order, and then it was debited again during the reposting, and this was credited. These two line items were credited um, when the distribution happened. So let's save this layout, might be useful. So overwritten, fine. Okay, now let's look at the credit side of posting. So if you look at the credit side of posting, so okay, look at get the. So if you look at the credit side posting, so the orders have been credited because the costs have been pushed out of the order to the debit to the cost centers. So that's why it is showing for this credit entries for this cost for this order. Now, if you look at the overall balance is still 12,000 for this particular primary cost element. And if you look at the original was, let's get that. So it gives a fuller view. So originally it was posted to the internal order, and then these two line items with internal order are credited. So the internal order is zeroed out, and all those costs have now flown into prod 1 CC and prod 2 CC, still retaining the original cost element. So I hope this helps you understand. This is a new feature in S4 HANA. It didn't used to be like this, at least for the last part. So this is really helpful. It kind of keeps everything reconciled in the current state. Thank you. Thanks for watching.